I'm gonna ask you a question. Who do you think is impacting rap music today the most? The XXL Cypher list? Is it complex sneaker shopping videos, blog posts? Is it TikTok? Or is it streamers? It's streamers. What's going on, y'all? It's Will Armani. Today I want to talk about how streamers have made such a big impact that streamers in so many different aspects have actually become bigger than rappers. If you're interested in that, be sure to keep watching this video. Actually, please make sure that you're subscribed too. Make sure that you also follow me on Instagram so you don't miss out on anything like that. I also make my own music. First, I want to talk about the rise of streaming and streamers in rap music and how streamers have become new breeding grounds for brand new artists, brand new influencers, brand new creators for the last 3 to 4, even 5 years. Streamers have become the new way for you to find out what music is coming out. It's become the new way for you to find out what's going on in the news. It's become the new way for you to actually become invested and interested in creators, in artists, and influencers. But why? I think why is because early in 2019, 2020, when COVID started to happen, and I know we always talk about this, nobody was able to go outside. Nobody was able to go to concerts. Nobody was able to go to shows. Now, so many people might be like, oh, well, that's not really that big of a deal. But when you think about it, that's a pretty big deal. Concerts, shows, tours. That's how artists used to not only make their money, but get you to connect with them. They put out an album and then they go on tour with that album. They put out a song and then they go on tour with their previous work and that song. But as soon as 2020 hit, artists were not able to do that anymore. You needed a new outlet as somebody who listens to music, as somebody who pays attention to entertainers. You needed a new outlet to be able to connect with those people. And that new outlet was streaming. Why? Because the streamers have always existed. But I think so many people wanted a way to connect with people that was close enough to IRL, that was close enough to a real-time experience. And you can't get that in any other way. You can't get that from sitting inside of a house and texting somebody. You can't get that from even going on somebody's social media posts. So how people started to do that was they were like, hey, let's hop on some streams, because streamers already were posting reviews. Streamers were already reviewing albums and reviewing pieces of work. But I think people like Aiden Ross and people like any of the AMP streamers or Kai Cenat, these people were able to connect on a different level because of their personality. And I think their personality, on top of being able to get artists to sit down with them and give you a real-time experience stream with your favorite artists. I mean, imagine that. For example, during 2020, Fago, SSG Kobe, Trippie Redd, even so many artists would hop on these streams and they would actually be talking to their fans in real time. They would be saying, oh, this is happening with the project. This is happening. People don't realize how big of a deal it was. Streamers have become the new way for people to interact with their favorite artists, get to know their favorite creators, and get to know their favorite people. Let's talk about some specific cases. A specific case we got is Laser Dim. Now, I know I bring up Laser Dim in a lot of my videos, but Laser Dim was literally completely undiscovered. I mean, you didn't know who he was, I didn't know who he was, and my mother sure as hell did not know who he was. But all he did was hop on Blackboy Max's stream, hop on a beat he's never been on before, and he was able to make a song that got so much traction on his stream for just being what it was, on top of his crazy and funny personality with these antics and everything that he does. All of that combined propelled and literally created a career for this man, and he had absolutely no eyes on him. Relevancy and why your favorite artists are actually continuing to stay popping might just be because he hopped on Kai Cenat's stream. It might just be because he interacted with Aiden Ross. It might just be because he's interacting with your favorite streamer. Streamers are the reason why artists are still relevant, still popping, and streamers are actually, in my opinion, bigger than rappers now. Now, how has this impacted the music industry? How has this impacted rappers, and how has this impacted music as we know it today? I think the biggest impact it's had is it's sprouted, like I just said, it's sprouted so many careers. It's rejuvenated so many careers even. So many artists who literally had zero, and I mean zero way of popping off again after they fell off, or after they got no traction, or after everybody stopped caring about these artists. Some people literally rejuvenated their careers just by talking to a streamer, just by hopping on Kai Cenat's stream, just by interacting with Aiden. Streamers have literally been able to propel into the mainstream more than even artists in 2024. You got to think about it, right? Underground artists. Now, somebody, Hello Yassine, mentioned this in their video, so shout out to him. He said an artist like a Netspend, for example, these underground artists, yes, they're known, yes, they have their little niche communities, but we got to think about it. These artists used to be big, like even underground artists. The previous generation of underground artists was Lil Skies, Trippie Redd, XXXTentacion, these artists were underground to us, but they were not underground artists. I mean, they were really, really well known. Now there are streamers that are becoming bigger and bigger than our today's underground artists. It's just insane. We have streamers. Think about that. We have streamers in 2024 who we care about, who we know more about, and who we actually interact with more than we do the new underground rap scene, than we do even the new mainstream artists. It's one of those things that I saw coming but didn't see coming at the same time, because we were gonna have a transition from the early day of YouTube and YouTubers and vloggers, but the transition into streamers and then how streamers impact rap music. I mean, the AMP streamers even put out their own XXL freshman cipher, and this cipher it got more views and more interactions than the actual XL cipher itself. Streamers have impacted rap so much that even I think major labels can't hook artists and can't get artists the way that streamers are able to get artists to hop onto their streams and then get people to interact with them. It's crazy how big the impact of streamers are on rap music. So I think some of my predictions for the future of rap, future of streamers in rap, is I think there will be eventually a plateau. There will be a time, and I think it's gonna come up pretty soon within the next year, where streamers aren't gonna be able to have that same hook anymore, because like every single thing that we get hooked on, eventually people get tired of it. Eventually people want to see, be, or do something else. So I think a lot of these streamers are gonna become one of those secondary things, and we're gonna have something new. Just like we had TikTok, there's always something new for people to get hooked onto. So I think eventually within the next year or so, we're gonna find that new thing, and I don't know what it is yet, but it will come up. With that being said, how it impacts rap music, I think is going to continue to impact rap in so many ways, because even major labels are hitting up artists. They're hitting up streamers saying, yo, you gotta hop on this person's stream and promote your album. Yo, you gotta hop on this. You can even tell some of the artists who hop on these streams are talking to these streamers in such a weird strategic way that it doesn't even seem natural. So I think the inauthenticity is going to start to bleed into some of these streams, and eventually it's not going to be the big thing anymore. But as of right now, it's the big thing. As of right now, it's the big deal. And streamers have impacted rap music and impacted music in such a big way that it cannot become unnoticed. It cannot be an unrecognized thing. I think it also leaves an extremely big opportunity for independent artists right now, for smaller artists right now. Even myself, I've hopped on streams and I've been able to get new fans, new recognition, and new eyes on me. So if you're a new artist right now, if you're an independent artist, don't neglect it. Don't think like, oh, I won't be able to get recognized or get noticed. I've gotten noticed on streams before, and I'm not that big at all. It is definitely possible, and I would not discredit any streamer. If there's a small streamer that's got a few viewers or a few hundred viewers here, if you're an artist, hop on that. There's no reason why you shouldn't. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. You guys think that streamers are the new rappers? You guys think that streamers are doing it bigger and better than rappers? Do you think that streamers, do you watch streams? Do you? I don't. To be honest, but do you? But let me know in the comments. Let me know how you're feeling about this topic. If you liked this video, please make sure to give it a like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. It helps me out so much, and these videos are growing me. We're almost at 1K subs, and I know that that's not a lot to so many people, but to me it is. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Make sure that you're following me on Instagram if you don't already. Will Armani with 2 eyes. It's your boy. Stay positive. I'll catch you in the next one.